Welcome back to Tears of a Father, the podcast where we talk about the real and raw parts of being a dad. I'm your host, and today I'm opening up about something personal: friendships as a father. Let's be honest, when you become a dad, your whole life shifts, and friendships can get complicated. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's get into it. Becoming a dad changes everything. It's like a switch flips, and suddenly you're not just you anymore. You're responsible for this little human. That kind of change can make you look at your friends differently. For me, fatherhood brought a mix of incredible joy and loneliness. A lot of the friendships I thought were solid fell apart, and that's what I want to talk about today. Why are friendships so important for dads? Why do they fall apart? And how can we find better ones? When I became a dad, I noticed my friends started disappearing. At first, I thought it was just because life got busy. Work, kids, all that fun stuff. But the truth is, some of it was deeper than that. I've hit tough times, had to ask for money or support, and some people just couldn't handle that. Others drifted away because of the usual drama, drinking, partying, and nonsense that I wasn't into. I've never been one for drama or confrontation, so it wasn't hard to see why we didn't mesh anymore. I remember a time when I was really struggling to make ends meet, and reached out to someone I thought was a close friend, hoping for a little support and understanding. Instead, they avoided me and eventually stopped answering altogether. It stung more than I expected. Moments like that show you who your real friends are. It was also a tough pill to swallow, but it taught me the importance of surrounding myself with people who truly care. Now, I've had some great times with friends, hunting, fishing, four-wheelers. Those were the moments when life felt simple and free. I remember fishing in my buddy's mom's pond, riding the side-by-side and tearing up her yard, racing our trucks, doing donuts, pulling sleds behind a cobalt. 4th of July was always a highlight. Drinking, laughing, shooting off fireworks, and just enjoying life. The kids loved it, and they loved who we were in those moments. I went hunting for the first time ever with him, and through him, I met a group of friends that became a posse, a force to be reckoned with. We had huge dreams of starting businesses together, moving to farms, raising our families the way we wish we had been raised ourselves. But alcohol messed it all up. That was on his end. I'd give anything to have him by my side to this day. Sometimes life happens, and you have to move forward. I don't necessarily expect to find a friendship like that again, and honestly, I'm not really looking for one. Life keeps me busy with being a dad, podcasting, streaming, working. Sometimes when I'm writing or reflecting, I realize I need to take my own advice. I remember the deep talks we had in his garage, and man, I miss those days. Most of the time I feel alone because I don't have that kind of connection with anyone else. I love my wife and kids, but there's something about having a brother, a friend who gets you on a level no one else does. In the words of Johnny Cash, I just want to hang my head and cry. Those were the moments where you felt free. Like you could just be yourself. There's nothing quite like sitting around a campfire after a long day in the woods, laughing about stupid shit, and feeling like you belong. But as I got older, I started stepping away from drinking, and that created a distance. Many of my friends chose alcohol over friendship, and that's why I don't have friends nowadays. So many men feel like they have to drown themselves in alcohol or weed to numb the pain or to get rid of the bad memories. But in reality, it's tearing them and their families apart. If they could just let go of the ego, sit down with someone who's been in their shoes, they'd realize all they need is support and someone to talk to. Here's the thing. Not all friends are built for the hard times. I used to be the guy my friends called when they were drunk and needed someone to talk to. I didn't mind that. I liked being there for them. I felt like I was making a difference, But when life hit me hard, those same friends disappeared. I'll never forget how quiet my phone got during that time. It's tough to admit, but that's when you find out who's really in your corner. And let me tell you, that kind of silence can either break you or make you stronger. In my eyes, a perfect friend, or a friend group, would be 4 to 6 solid guys I can count on for anything. These are the people I know would carry my casket when I'm gone. They're the ones I trust to look after my kids and family if something ever happened to me. They're the guys who pick up the phone when I call because that's the kind of friend I am. I don't want friends. I want brothers. As dads, we need friends who get it, who understand what it's like to be a father. These are the guys who don't just show up for the good times, but stick around for the tough ones. They're the ones who know what it's like to need a break, to vent about the stress, or to just hang out without judgment. Men shouldn't be silenced because of what was expected 50 years ago. It doesn't make you any less of a man to seek help. I've had to do it so much, especially in the past couple years. And I've had friends who were there as a shoulder to cry on. It really just depends on you and the group you're looking for. Find guys who share the same mindset and understanding of life. Figure it out together. Go on those rides. Go on them hunting trips. Go for hikes. Go fishing. For God's sake, just get out and talk to each other. Make friends and not enemies. You only have so long on this earth, so make the best of it. Have fun. Be responsible. Remember, your kids are always waiting for you when you get back home. Finding new friends as a dad isn't easy, but it's worth it. You've got to look for people who match where you are in life. For me, that means other dads who put their families first and avoid the destructive stuff. Maybe it's joining a local dads group, reconnecting with old friends who've matured, or just striking up a conversation with another dad at a game or event. The point is, those opportunities are out there if you're willing to take the first step. One thing I've learned is that you can't be afraid to make the first move. Invite someone to grab a coffee or hang out. It might feel awkward, but it's worth it. And if it doesn't work out, that's okay. Not every connection will stick, but the ones that do are gold. One of the hardest parts about being a dad is time. Between work, family, and everything else, it's easy to put friendships on the back burner. But here's the thing, you need time for yourself. Whether it's grabbing a beer with a buddy, going fishing, or just having a heart-to-heart. These moments recharge you. They make you a better husband, father, and man. I've started carving out time for little things, like meeting a friend for coffee, or even just a quick phone call. It's not always about long weekends or big plans. Sometimes it's the small gestures that keep a friendship alive. Friendship as a father isn't just nice to have, it's a necessity. It's about building a community where you can laugh, vent, and grow. It's about finding people who show up when it matters most. To all the dads out there, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Find the friends who lift you up and share your values. You'll be better for it, and so will your family. I appreciate you listening to this episode of Tears of a Father. If you've got a story about friendship or just want to share your thoughts, I'd love to hear them from you. You can message me on Facebook or email me at tearsoffatherpodcast@gmail.com. If you're on any platform that allows you to comment, like, subscribe, follow, I would really appreciate it if you did that. For the time being, these little short episodes will be coming out. I encourage you as a father to send me your story. so it can be read, so your voice can be heard on this podcast. That's what this podcast was made for, was for men who don't feel heard, don't have a place to, vent. I'm here for you. I don't want to make this just about me, but I'll make it about the experiences I've went through so far and my journey as a father. So yeah, I really do appreciate you for listening to this. Don't forget to share this episode with another dad who might need it. And until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and remember, real friends stick around no matter what.